might be wondering why. Because YouTube does not allow you to use these words anymore. So I figured, well, if I'm not saying them, I can't get in trouble, right? So my most recent video that was titled, I almost had a heart attack unboxing this item. I was such a, yeah, I was like really, I was like, I opened up the wrong box thinking it was something else and thought the box was empty. All right, so I was a real the other night because by the way, if you can't read, I feel so sorry for you, especially if you don't read English. And yeah, I was such a the other night because my husband was sleeping and it was like midnight, and I saw this item, and I was like, oh my God, I have to have this. Someone just listed it, and when someone just lists something, you know it's going to go quick if it's rare. And so this thing was, yes, it was like a total sleeper. What's a sleeper? A sleeper is basically something that the seller doesn't know anything about or its value, and you get it for like a really, really, really great price. And all right, so let's open this up. And oh, by the way, my husband said, I tippy-toed in his room. It was pitch black in there, and I woke him up, and I said, I gotta have this item. You have to wake up and pay for this item. Quick, quick, quick. And he jumped up out of his sleep, and he said, and then he said, because I woke him up, and he was like really angry, and he was like really pissed off. And yeah, and then he said to me, you are such a, and he let me have the item and he paid for it. So why did I go so crazy over this item? All right, let's see why. It was listed with a buy it now of $30, and it had a make an offer button. Now, when you see something like that and it was just listed, and you know the clock is ticking and you have seconds before another dealer or collector finds it, you know damn well, ooh, oh no, hold on. You know, I'll cover up that word, well, that you better get to stepping over here and wake your husband up in the middle of the night and be a real. Okay, so let's get this open. Oh God, I hate this new YouTube policy of filthy language and potty mouth and all this other crap. Oh, did I say a bad word? I don't even know. Is crap a bad word anymore? I don't know what's going on. Like, I remember. All right, here's I don't even know if I can say this. I might have to make another cue card. Okay, so when I was like, I think I was like 14 or something, there was a record by a rap group called Two Live Crew. And I got that record and I was playing it in my room and really loud until the house shook with the bass. And my father came pounding on the door and he said, what are you listening to? Give me that record right now. The name of the record was, the song was, yes, it was that by Two Live Crew. And so my father actually said, hand over the record now. And when he wasn't looking, I switched his Dr. Demento, They're Coming to Take Me Away. You know that song? It goes, they're coming to take me away. Ho, ho, hee, hee, ha, ha, to the funny farm. Like that song. And I actually switched the record and I put his Dr. Demento record into the sleeve and kept my record. And I got away with keeping it. And so I feel like it's like that again with this new rule. I can't be myself now. I have to speak the Queen's English. Oh my goodness. This is like real. Oh, I didn't write a cue card for it. Oh man. It's not this. It's definitely not this. And okay. So let's open and pray to the Lord above that this did not arrive broken. Why? Because it is, good. Oh, I got to find my cue card. Oh, I'm like, oh, this is good. Yes, good. Okay. And why is it so good? Because these things are quite valuable. And let's go ahead. Now, this is going to turn a 20-minute video into a 40-minute video with cue cards. Okay, here we go. Ooh, all right. So let's get this stuff out of the way. And we got our, yes, I made a lot of them. With little sticks, too. Like I'm picketing. I'm picketing. All right, so, oh, wow. All right, so we got the original leather case. And this is old, boys and girls, very, very old. And let's open it and check why I wanted this so bad. And I was a real waking my husband up in the middle of the night. I was such a, and he wasn't too happy. But you know what? He bought it for me, and why can't I open this? Oh, now I can't. Oh, here we go. Oh, God. Oh, I can't get this open. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. No more need for cue cards. Let's get to the point here. Oh, okay. So it says Theo Mundorf, optician, New York. And then we see this word here, Flammarion. It's a French word. And it has something to do, there was a famous astronomer in France with that last name, astronomer. Aha, you see lenses here. Okay, so now we're figuring out what the heck this could be. And this, my dears, I don't know, guy, if you're a guy or a girl, I don't know if I just offended you. I don't know who I'm offending anymore. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is amazing. I got such a, yeah, I got a real, I mean, absolute, I did. Okay, why? Why are these so valuable? Okay, well, regular opera glasses or antique opera glasses that are just plain, I mean, just like your everyday average mother of pearl ones without this stuff, generally, especially if they were made by one company called Lumiere. Lumiere was the premier maker of these. Most of these were made in France, by the way. They would probably average about, well, on eBay, much cheaper, probably like 30 to 50 bucks. But if you're going to sell a pair of regular mother of pearl opera glasses on, say, Etsy or Ruby Lane with the original leather case, like we see here, with an optician's name, and stuff like that, probably about $90 to $150. It depends on how beautiful the color of the pearl is, what kind of condition. But with this, now this is kiln fired enamel. Now, any kind of enamel work or painting on these old opera glasses now makes the value skyrocket. All right, so we got French, really unmistakably beautiful French opera glasses. Now, look at the mother of pearl wheel in the center. This is the wheel that makes the lenses go up and down so you can adjust. When you view them, look at that. Okay, and it works, which is amazing. When were these made? Somewhere in the 1890s, maybe even the late 1880s to about 1900. But I'm going to go with the earlier date. Yeah, these are bigger. Usually the more compact and smaller they got, the more closer to the early 20th century and the late 19th century they were. Yeah, these are probably late 1880s, early 1890s. Now, these are spectacular. Let's see, do they have any writing on this side as well? Okay, so we got, it says, again, Flammarion with a knight's head. And this particular company only made really, really, really fancy opera glasses. And you don't usually see this brand. This brand, Flammarion, is very hard to find. Sometimes you will find engraved initials in here. We have the knight's head right over here. I don't know if you can see that on the button. We have a knight's head. All I need to do is take a little Simichrome, polish these up, and these will actually shine like a new penny. Now, the eye cups are made out of mother of pearl. Beautiful, absolutely pristine condition. This is nothing, this tarnish. It can come right off. As a matter of fact, I'm going to clean these up, show you guys what they look like all cleaned up. And what are the value? What do a pair like these sell for? Well, on eBay, I got them for 30 bucks. I mean, it was an absolute, yes. And that's why I woke him up in the middle of the night, and I was because I had no choice. I mean, if I wouldn't have bought these for $30, they would have been missed. They would have been gone. Poof. Somebody would have seen these because they were just listed. Brand new listing. Within probably 5 minutes of the guy listing this, I happened to spy with my little eye. Now, look at the kiln-fired enamel. And we have these almost like crosses on them. At first, I thought it was the Cross of Lorraine, which is a very French type of cross. But the Cross of Lorraine has 2 lines in it. So it's not the Cross of Lorraine, but they're just crosses, kiln-fired enamel crosses. Now, to make this special kiln-fired design on metal is very, very difficult. This was a painstaking process that was not easy to do. So it cost a lot of money to make a pair of opera glasses with this kiln fired design on it. Now, there are ones that are way more fancy with kiln firing than these, or hand painting, but these are actually quite valuable. Let's check them out. Okay, so for the boring stuff, who was Theo Mundorf, or Theodor Mundorf, who was the optician whose name was actually engraved inside of there? Now, I've done some research to try to find out about the time he owned his optician store. And it says, note, Theodor Mundorf, optician, was residing at 316 East 26th Street, New York City. He was a naturalized citizen on October 5th, 1880. He actually had his own store. He was a protege of Dr. Wallstein, a New York occultist, oculist, occultist, Johann Maria Theodor, who had 22 years of experience in his establishment as manager, and assumed Mundorf had been, people thought he was the proprietor of this oculist or eyeglass store. And so because he was so good at what he did, they thought he owned it. And he was very interested in astronomy and optics. So that's where we got the Flammarion, where I told you he was a famous French astronomer. This guy, Mundorf, constructed many scientific instruments, including large astronomical telescopes. He is generally credited with being the inventor of the one-piece bifocal lens. His varied interests brought him in contact with physics, I was going to say psychics professors whom he made devices used in their experiments and demonstrations. He also provided yachtsmen and sea captains with binoculars. He exhibited, get this, the largest telescope then in New York City at his store at 1167 Broadway, New York City, and was gathering a place. Hold on a second. So my daughter just came down the stairs in the middle of a YouTube video and is being such a interrupting my video. Okay, and where was I? Oh, okay. Yeah, he exhibited the largest telescope then in New York City at his store at 1167 Broadway, New York City, which was a gathering place for amateur and professional students of astronomy. Among them, Dr. George Theodor Mundorf and Dr. Johann James Mundorf and his son. According to New York's Great Industries by Richard Edwards, he was located blah, 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 and was devoted to the manufacture and sale of microscopes, telescopes, field glasses, optical, meteorological, philosophical and surveying instruments. A specialty was the making of eyeglasses. The premises were described as commodious, elegantly fitted up, and convenient for the prosecution of the business. He also held a patent for making bifocal optical lenses, which was issued on December 8th, 1903. Patent filed June 19th, 1903. Oh my God, my daughter is she always interrupts my YouTube videos. Okay, so to try to date these opera glasses, we see something, let's see, in Google, something about 1900. Let's keep going. Let's do some research, right? You probably couldn't give but why not? I figured you'd be interested anyway. Okay, so we see 1889, Theodor Mundorf, optician. Okay, and let's keep going. 1895, he's located as an optician at Broadway. And let's keep going. We got 1902. Okay, so now we get a date. We get an equivalent date. Okay, so here are French enameled opera glasses and the prices they go for. Now these ones are way more fancy. We got way more fancy kiln fired type of designs, like with actual pictures and what have you. Those ones go for the thousands. But then again, here we go. We have more affordable ones at $4.95 over here, $8.95 over here. And as you can see, these enameled ones are actually quite rare. You don't generally see them. Here's more. Look at these beautiful, beautiful, beautiful kiln-fired enamel type of opera glasses. And these are actually hard to find because they go for big bucks. And here's one with an original box. And, well, what do they sell for? What would this pair probably be worth? Let's see. Okay, so we have a price of 550 euros, which in American is probably like equivalent to 600 to $700 in American. And here's a pair of kiln fired opera glasses. And these were made by Lemire. And this is the company I was telling you about, which was the #1 maker of opera glasses in France. And here's Flammarion, Camille Flammarion. And again, he was a French astronomer and author. And yes, a prolific author. And he talked about astronomy. Oh, I didn't shut this off? Oh, and he was born in 1842 and died in 1925. Okay. Sorry about that. Now here's a pair of very, very plain Flammarion mother of pearl opera glasses. And is that the price? Well, on eBay, this would be like $40 to $50 all day long. Seriously, eBay prices are actually bargain basement prices for real cheap. Isn't it a shame I can't say words? My God, I have to have cue cards? This is ridiculous. What? YouTube are a bunch of... So this, of course, WorthPoint, by the way, this website, they want you to pay to actually find out the prices of what things sold for. And it's not a free trial because they want your credit card, and there are a bunch of... Yes. Okay, and here's a pair of Flammarion Paris mother of pearl opera glasses with handle. And you can see this beautiful design. They were actually known for their designs. And here we are on a website, a highfalutin website called First Dibs. Do not shop on there if you're looking for bargains. And here's a very plain pair of Flammarion, plain mother of pearl glasses with original case, sold for around $456. Yep, and these are Flammarion. So, of course, this auction's not telling us how much this sold for, but this is another pair of Flammarion kiln-fired enamel opera glasses. And again, we got the Knights logo over there, and the value is $300 to $600. But again, people actually get things for really good prices at auction houses, like for way lower than the value. And Flammarion was known for making these really unusual looking opera glasses. They made them into a piece of art. Now look at these with hand-painted butterflies on them. This sold for $450. And that was a song. Whoever got them for $450 actually got like a major, major, major deal. Let's check out other pictures. And yeah, wow, look at that. Okay, so even at $450, somebody got a real major bargain. Look at the design on these. I mean, these are just odd. I've never seen anything like this before. And on Live Auctioneers, another Flammarion pair of kiln-fired enameled opera glasses sold for $325. Now it says medium sale price $325. Sale price range $325. I don't know. They're not saying. It's saying one sold. Let's see. Can we view the item details? Okay, sold for $325. And that was actually another deal and another bargain that somebody got, because auction houses actually get lower prices than the item's value, unless it's ultra, ultra rare. Okay, so I'm going to clean these off with a little bit of Simicrone. As you can see, they're really dusty and dirty and filthy. And I'm going to just like shine them up. I'll be right back and we'll see if it came out good. I hope it does. And so look at them now, dirty. All right, so I cleaned them slightly. Now, I didn't go overboard because I don't want to go overboard, because you don't want to overdo it with old brass, because it could just be plated nickel. And so let's take a look at them. And as you can see, these are absolutely gorgeous. And I shined them up as best as I could. And look at that mother of pearl, how it shimmers. And again, that kiln-fired enamel. Look at that. We got our French kiln-fired enamel. And so conservatively, what would they sell for if they were on an eBay auction? About $200 to $275. I generally see especially unusual ones like these, not just your plain mother of pearl ones, sell for high. What would they sell if they were on Ruby Lane, First Dibs, or Etsy? Anywhere between $400 to $700. And now you know why I was flipping out to wake my husband up. Because for $30, these are just absolutely phenomenal. Original case too. Look at that. Original case that you don't see every day. That is actually really quite cool. And all right, so that's it. Enough swearing. I hope you found that my little signs were actually a little way that we can get by YouTube's draconian rules. I don't like it when people tell me what to do. I don't like it when people tell me what I should say, what should come out of my mouth. I don't feel it's freedom of speech or even freedom at all. We live in the United States of America, and we actually have a First Amendment right to say what's on our mind. And if somebody doesn't like potty mouth, then don't watch. Hit the back button. Why can't YouTube? Now I check off all my videos age 18 and up. All my videos are actually checked off not for kids. So if kids aren't watching it, why do grown adults get insulted about the word? Now, how is that word offensive? I don't understand. Now, let's actually, before I go, let's dissect this. It's a word. Somebody made it up. It actually probably was like somebody stubbed their toe in the 1600s and uttered this word, and then it became blasphemy. It became disgusting. It became potty mouth. What is the difference between this word and, for example, plant, or this word and say doorknob or door? It's a word. Oh my God. And if you cry over a word because it hurt your feelings, then there's something wrong with you. Hit the back button. My God. And so I feel like YouTube is busting through my bedroom door and ripping my record off my turntable like my father did when I was a teenager, when I was listening to that record. And I feel like YouTube is like my father. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Rant over. Thanks for watching. Hope you, I don't know, learned something. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you did not enjoy my words. And maybe you did. All right. See you guys all soon, and so long.